Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series. So we have a black and white Warriors deck versus what looks like a black and white Eldrazi deck. Spatial Contortion to kill off Chief of the Edge. Equips the Ghostfire Blade to his Wasteland Strangler and attacks in. Warriors isn't looking so good. All he has is a Mardu Shadow Spear, but the good news for him is that the Eldrazi deck has only one card in his hand. Manning up the Shambling Vent. So attack in, that'll be 4 total. So Eldrazi goes down to 16, and Warriors goes back up to 18. Surprise! He didn't attack. Trying to think. 5 damage against 2 life, so it's effectively 3 damage while he's taking 4. Yeah, the race would have ended up in favor of the Warrior deck, so holding back wasn't a bad idea. Warrior throws down the Bloodchin Rager, which drastically changes combat. Crumbling Vestige from Eldrazi, 1 card in hand, throws down Silk Wrap to get rid of the Bloodchin Rager. Because that guy is a pain in the ass for as long as he's in play. And especially in a situation like this when the Eldrazi player only has 1 creature, and now he has no cards in his hand. That would have been very painful. Bloodchin Fanatic. That is not a creature that I have seen anyone play yet. At least I don't think so. Could be once or twice, but by no means is this a regular addition to a Warrior deck. 2 black and a generic, 3/3, pay a black and a generic and sack another Warrior. Target player loses X life and you gain X, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. The creature has to be a warrior. That is the problem with that. 2 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3. Man up. 1. So he doesn't have enough mana to man up both Shambling Vents. And worse still, the Eldrazi player has enough mana now to be able to fire off the Blighted Fen. So Shadow Spear dies. Back to Eldrazi. 2 cards in hand. Matter Reshaper. That's good news for him. You know, it's not much, a 3/2, and in this situation that's pretty decent, but, you know, it might even replace itself when it dies, and possibly with something even better. So he attacks in with the Wasteland Strangler, no block, so Warriors is down to 13. 3 cards in hand, let's see. Silk Wrap, Stasis Snare, Murderous Cut. Ultimate Price won't work. There's quite a few white kill cards that he could have that he can only play when there's an attacking creature. What is it? Immolating Glare from Oath of the Gatewatch. And then there are a couple of older ones. Surge of Righteousness, but that's typically only a sideboard card. And there's another one, I can't remember. Celestial Flare. So Warriors throws down another Mardu Shadow Spear. And I have to be honest, at this point it looks like everything is going Eldrazi's way. 2 cards in hand, goes to combat, attacks in with the Wasteland Strangler. No block, and Warriors goes down to 8. It's a sticky situation. Ooh, and Bearer of Silence. That's good news. Well, for the Eldrazi deck, obviously. He'll force him to sacrifice a creature. It'll be the Mardu Shadow Spear. And then he'll have a 2/1 flyer. And at this point, well, now that the Bearer of Silence came out, if Warriors has a board clear, now would be a good time to use it. You would lose minimal amount on your side, which is hard enough for you to come back from, but at least you have Shambling Vents. So, being able to kill off all of your opponent's creatures right now would be really good for you, because he's down to 1 card in hand, you've got 3 cards in hand, but you have 2 man lands. So any board clear here. Any board clear. And he didn't play anything. It's possible he doesn't even have them. It's possible he doesn't even have them in his deck. Silk Wrap. That is probably game. He can't sacrifice Bloodchin Fanatic to itself. Ghostfire Blade is being equipped to the Bearer of Silence, so now he has 2 3/2s and a 4/3 flyer, and he's attacking all in. He's going to man up a Shambling Vent here, or not. Rally the Ancestors. I wasn't expecting to see that from a Warrior deck. I mean, it's a good protection against situations like this where, you know, you're out of creatures. So Merciless Executioner forces him to sacrifice a creature. I'd guess he's going to sacrifice the Matter Reshaper. Mardu Shadow Spear gets sacrificed. Reshaper finds a swamp. Well, if this goes on for very much longer, that's good news for the Eldrazi player. It means that it just took a pretty much a dead card off the top of his deck for him. But now his 3/2 is walking into quite the team. And there's no reason not to block with everything right here, because they're all going to die. The next upkeep. So he's going to take 4 and go down to 4. Strangler will die. It'll go back to him. During his upkeep, his creatures will go away. And then he has to figure out a way to deal with Bearer of Silence. Utter End, Murderous Cut. He has 6 mana available. And he concedes. And that was the thing. He would have had to have a way to get rid of that creature. I mean, theoretically, he could have manned up the Shambling Vent and attacked in for 2 to go back up to 6, but most likely the Eldrazi deck would have still overtaken him. Well, he conceded the whole match, And the video is about 10 minutes long, so I'll end it there. That was Black-White Warriors versus Black-White Eldrazi. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.